Ladies and gentlemen, life is a journey, and on this journey, one thing is certain: we all face doubts. Doubts are inevitable. They are part of being human. But what truly separates those who succeed from those who don't is the decision to not let those doubts control us. You see, it's not about eliminating doubt. It's about learning how to turn it into determination. Doubt is that little voice that creeps into your mind when you're about to take a big step. It tells you, you're not good enough. You're not ready. You're going to fail. But let me tell you something. The presence of doubt is not the problem. The real issue is how you respond to it. The key to turning doubt into determination lies in your mindset. When doubt hits, and it will, your response should be one of defiance, one of courage. Don't shrink in fear. Rise with resilience. Doubt is simply a signal. It's telling you that you're on the verge of growth, that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and that you're on your way to becoming something greater. So, how do you go from doubt to determination? The process starts with action. The more you act, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the more determination you cultivate. And the more determination you have, the closer you get to your goals. It's a cycle, a positive one, that drives you forward. Success doesn't come from waiting for the right moment. It doesn't come from avoiding doubt. It comes from facing it head on, believing in yourself, and continuing to move forward. Remember, determination isn't the absence of fear or doubt. It's the decision to continue despite them. Take that first step, embrace the challenge, and turn your doubt into your greatest source of power. You've got what it takes. Don't let doubt rob you of your potential. Everyone experiences it. It's not a sign of weakness, but a sign that you're stretching beyond your comfort zone. Doubt is only a problem if you let it stop you. Turn it into fuel for your drive. The key to overcoming doubt is a determined mindset that chooses to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Doubt will always linger, but the more action you take, the less power doubt has over you. Momentum is your ally. When you're doubting yourself, it often means you're growing, learning, and pushing yourself to the next level. The more you act in the face of doubt, the more you build confidence, and the less doubt affects you. Waiting for certainty will keep you stuck. Take action now, and the clarity will come as you move forward. The journey from doubt to determination is about progress. Every small step forward counts. It's about moving forward, even when fear and doubt are present. You control how you react to doubt. You can choose to let it paralyze you or let it push you toward success. Doubt is natural. It's part of the human experience. In fact, if you're not doubting yourself, you're probably not pushing yourself far enough. The truth is, we all have doubts. The greatest achievers, the ones who seem to have it all together, they experience doubt too. But they don't let it control them. They don't allow it to stop them from moving forward. They understand that doubt is simply a part of the process. It's not a sign of weakness, but a sign that you're stretching yourself, reaching for something greater. When doubt shows up, it's often a reflection of the challenge ahead. The more significant the opportunity, the more intense the doubt. That's because you're stepping into the unknown. And when we step into the unknown, the fear of failure, of making mistakes, creeps in. But here's the thing. Doubt is just a signal. It's not a verdict. It's not a confirmation of your shortcoming. It's a cue that you're on the right path, that you're about to learn something new, grow in ways you've never imagined. Understand that you're not alone in your doubts. Everyone feels them. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't the presence of doubt. It's the decision to act in spite of it. Doubt will always be there, but if you acknowledge it without giving it power, you can continue forward with courage, determination, and a relentless belief in your ability to succeed. It's how you respond to doubt that truly matters. Doubt will show up. It's inevitable. No one is immune to it. But the real question is, how do you handle it? Do you let it paralyze you, hold you back, and keep you stuck in the same place? Or do you face it head on, recognize it for what it is, and choose to move forward anyway? Here's the thing. Doubt is not the enemy. It's the reaction to it that can either make or break your progress. When doubt arises, you can either let it define you or use it as a stepping stone. The way you respond determines the outcome. It's easy to give in to doubt, to let it stop you from taking that next step. But if you choose to act despite it, that's where the magic happens. When you decide not to be ruled by doubt, you take control of your life, your goals, and your destiny. Think of doubt as a test. It's testing your commitment to your goals, your resilience, and your belief in yourself. When you choose to respond with courage and determination, you're passing that test. Every time you face doubt and continue moving forward, you build confidence. You strengthen your resolve. You prove to yourself that you are capable of far more than you might have initially believed. It's important to remember that you control your response to doubt. You can acknowledge it, but you don't have to let it dictate your actions. You have the power to choose whether you'll be motivated by it or crippled by it. The more you choose to respond with determination, the more you will see that doubt has less power over you. And that's when you start to see real growth, real progress, and the realization of your potential. Your mindset is crucial. The way you think, the way you view challenges, and the way you approach life, it all comes down to the mindset you choose to adopt. See, success isn't just about what you do, it's about how you think about what you do. It's not about waiting for the right circumstances to align perfectly before you take action. It's about believing that you can take control of your life regardless of the circumstances. Your mindset shapes everything. If you think you can't, you're right. If you think you can, you're also right. It's all about the beliefs you hold about yourself, your potential, and your abilities. A positive, growth-oriented mindset is the foundation for overcoming doubt, fear, and setbacks. It's the driving force that allows you to push through the challenges and keep going when things get tough. If you have one, and rely on. Think about it. When your mindset is focused on possibilities, you see opportunities where others see obstacles. When you believe that growth is always within your reach, no setback becomes permanent. Every failure becomes a lesson, and every lesson moves you one step closer to your goal. You stop seeing the world as something happening to you and start seeing it as something that happens because of you. That shift in thinking is powerful. It's transformative. On the other hand, a limited mindset keeps you stuck. It tells you, you can't do it. This is too hard. You're not cut out for this. It feeds you a narrative of defeat before you even begin. But here's the reality. You can change your mindset. You have the power to choose how you think, how you react, and how you approach every single situation. When you believe you're capable, you act with confidence. When you believe you have the tools to succeed, you begin to gather the resources, take the actions, and build the momentum necessary to make it happen. In the end, your mindset determines your direction. It's the compass that guides you through every storm, every doubt, and every setback. Cultivate a mindset that sees opportunity in every challenge, strength in every weakness, and success in every failure. When you do that, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Your mindset truly is your most powerful tool. Action overcomes doubt. It's easy to sit back and let doubt swirl around in your mind, creating a storm of fear and hesitation. But the one thing that will calm that storm is action. You can sit there wondering if you're good enough, if the timing is right, or if you have what it takes. But nothing, and I mean nothing, will silence the voice of doubt like taking decisive, consistent action. And you see, doubt thrives in inaction. It grows stronger the more you wait, the more you hesitate, and the more you hold back. The longer you delay, the louder the doubt gets. It becomes an excuse, a barrier that keeps you stuck in the same place. But when you take action, when you step forward, even just a little bit, that doubt begins to lose its power. The momentum you create from even the smallest step forward starts to drown out the negative thoughts that held you back. Action doesn't have to be big or perfect. It doesn't need to be some grand, flawless move. The key is to move. Every action, no matter how small, tells doubt that it doesn't control you. It tells fear, you are not the boss of me. And with every step you take, you begin to build confidence because action creates progress. Progress creates clarity, and clarity gives you the confidence to take even more action. It's a cycle that propels you forward. Think of it this way. The more you act, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the less you doubt. With every experience, every new challenge, you grow. You become better. You get stronger. The doubt you felt at the beginning is replaced by the wisdom that comes from doing. Before you know it, what once felt impossible becomes just another part of the journey. If you want to break through doubt, you can't sit on the sidelines. You've got to get in the game. Even if you don't have all the answers, even if the path isn't perfectly clear, start taking action. The action will lead to the learning will lead to the confidence, and that confidence will dismantle the doubt piece by piece. So, the next time doubt creeps in, and it will, don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for certainty. Take a step forward. Action is the antidote to doubt. Keep moving, keep pushing, and watch how that doubt transforms into determination. The more you act, the less doubt has a hold on you, and that's when you start making things happen. Doubt signals growth. Let that sink in for a moment. Most people think that doubt is a sign of weakness, that it's something to be feared or avoided. But in reality, doubt is a powerful indicator that you are stepping into new territory, expanding your horizons, and pushing yourself beyond your current limits. It's not something to be scared of, it's something to embrace. When you're comfortable, doubt doesn't show up. It stays in the background because you're not challenging yourself. You're not growing. But the moment you decide to reach higher, to take on a new challenge, to set a goal that's bigger than what you've done before, that's when doubt makes its appearance. It's not a sign that you can't do it. It's a sign that you're on the right track. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when you step into the unknown, when you challenge your own limits, when you decide that you are capable of more than what you've done so far. Think about it. Every time you've faced something new, something that pushed you beyond your current abilities, doubt was there, wasn't it? But instead of letting that doubt stop you, you moved forward anyway. You took the risk, you made the leap, and as a result, you learned something new, you developed a new skill, and you became a stronger version of yourself. That's the power of doubt. It's a signal that you're outgrowing your old self. It's an invitation to grow, to become better, and to keep evolving. The greatest people who ever lived didn't avoid doubt. They leaned into it. They recognized that doubt was just a part of the process of growth. The bigger the doubt, the bigger the opportunity. The more challenging the task, the more rewarding the outcome. The greatest achievements in life didn't come from avoiding fear or doubt. They came from facing it head on, taking action in the face of uncertainty, and pushing through to the other side. Doubt is a sign that you are stepping up, not stepping back. It's your mind telling you that you're on the verge of something significant. It's proof that you're on the path to growth, to becoming more than you were yesterday. When doubt shows up, don't retreat, don't shrink back. Instead, see it for what it really is. A signal that you are about to break through to a new level. And the more you embrace that doubt, the more you step into the growth that's waiting for you on the other side. Confidence comes through consistent effort. It's not something you can simply wish for or wait to appear. It's something you build step by step, day after day. Confidence is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. But here's the thing. Confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from progress. It comes from showing up, putting in the work, and doing the best you can consistently, even when things are tough. You see, when you make a habit of putting in the effort, even when you don't feel like it, you begin to prove to yourself that you're capable. You show yourself that you have the discipline to keep going, even when the results aren't immediate or the path is unclear. And with every bit of effort you put in, you start to realize that you can handle more than you once thought possible. You can do more, achieve more, and face bigger challenges because you've built that confidence through your actions. It's easy to believe that confidence is something that comes with natural talent or good fortune, but that's a myth. True confidence is earned. It's earned through consistent effort, through showing up when others don't, through pushing through the tough days when you'd rather give up. Confidence isn't about being fearless. It's about having the courage to keep moving forward, even when you're unsure. And the more you do that, the more confidence you build. Think about anything you've ever been good at, whether it's a skill, a hobby, or a career. In the beginning, you probably weren't very confident. You probably made mistakes, felt insecure, and wondered if you could ever get good at it. But the key to getting better was simple: consistent effort. Every day you practiced, you got better. Every time you tried, you learned something new. And before you knew it, what once seemed impossible became second nature. That's how confidence works. It's not about a sudden burst of inspiration or talent. It's about sticking with it even when things aren't going perfectly and trusting that your efforts will pay off over time. The secret to building confidence is simple. Keep showing up. Whether it's in your work, your personal goals, or your relationships, consistently putting in the effort, even when it feels difficult or the results aren't immediate, will pay off. The more you stick with it, the more confidence you'll have, and the more you'll realize that you're capable of far more than you initially thought. Confidence is a result of effort, and the more effort you put in, the more confident you become. Don't wait for the perfect moment. That's a trap that far too many people fall into. We get so caught up in waiting for the stars to align, for everything to be just right before we take action. We tell ourselves, once I have more time, or once I know more, or once the situation improves, then and only then will we move forward. But here's the hard truth. There is no perfect moment. Perfection is a myth, and the longer you wait for it, the longer you'll stay stuck in the same place. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you'll be waiting forever. Life doesn't come with a neatly packaged, ideal set of circumstances. If you wait for everything to be perfect, you'll miss out on opportunities, you'll delay progress, and ultimately, you'll end up never taking that first step. Action comes before perfection, not the other way around. You don't have to have all the answers, all the resources, or all the time to get started. What you need is a willingness to begin, a decision to act, even in the face of uncertainty. The best time to start is now, right here, right where you are. Don't wait for a better moment. If you keep putting things off, you're simply wasting time. The longer you delay, the more your confidence slips and the more doubt creeps in. Every day you wait is another day lost. But if you decide to act now, even if the timing isn't perfect, you start to build momentum. And momentum is powerful. Once you start moving, things begin to shift. Opportunities start to reveal themselves, and you start to learn what works and what doesn't. But that only happens when you take the first step. Think of it this way. You'll never feel completely ready. No one ever does. You have to trust yourself in the process. You have to trust that by taking action, even imperfect action, you'll figure it out along the way. The most successful people in life didn't wait for everything to be perfect. They simply started. They knew that the key to success wasn't about waiting for the right time. It was about making the time right by taking consistent action. And they didn't thought that the sake of the emotion was a football beyond their reach. They took the action and later it flopped in the grill. Remember, the perfect moment is a myth. If you wait for it, you'll be stuck in someday. And let me tell you, someday is the worst day to start. So don't wait. Start where you are with what you have and trust that the steps you take today will lead to the success you desire. Action is the key. Not waiting for the perfect moment, but creating your own moment through the decisions you make right now. Focus on progress, not perfection. This is one of the most crucial principles to understand if you want to make real progress in life. Perfection is a trap. It's an ideal that doesn't exist, and it will hold you back more than you realize. You can spend your whole life chasing after perfection, thinking that you'll be happy or successful once everything is flawless. But here's the reality. Perfection is never the goal. Progress is. When you focus on perfection, you become paralyzed by the need to get everything just right. You become afraid to make mistakes, afraid to take risks, and afraid to fail. And let me tell you, failure is a part of success. It's not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to it. The sooner you embrace that, the sooner you'll stop worrying about making everything perfect and start focusing on making progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Every action you take, every decision you make brings you closer to your goal. And over time, those small steps add up to something massive. Perfection creates stagnation. It keeps you stuck in the planning phase, in the thinking phase, in the dreaming phase, without ever moving into the doing phase. Progress, on the other hand, moves you forward. It pushes you to take action, even if it's not flawless, because you know that each imperfect step teaches you something valuable. And with each lesson, you get better, you refine your approach, and you grow. That's the power of focusing on progress. It builds momentum, it builds confidence, and it gets you closer to your goals. It's important to remember that nobody, not a single person, ever achieves perfection. The most successful people, the ones who make a difference in the world, don't worry about getting it perfect. They worry about getting it done. They make progress every single day, even if that progress isn't always perfect. They know that each day they improve just a little bit, and that's what gets them closer to where they want to be. Success is the sum of all those imperfect, incremental steps forward. Perfection is a heavy burden to carry. It's unrealistic, unattainable, and it keeps you from fully experiencing the growth process. Progress, however, is liberating. It's freeing because it allows you to take action without fear of failure. It's about moving forward, learning, improving, and continuing to evolve. When you shift your focus from perfection to progress, you'll see how much easier it becomes to take action and ultimately to succeed. So, don't waste another minute waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect circumstances. Focus on making progress. Every small step you take, every bit of effort you put in is leading you toward your goal, and that's how you create lasting success. Perfection may never come, but progress is within your control, and that's where the real power lies. Determination isn't the absence of fear, but the presence of courage. Let's be clear about something. Fear is a natural part of the human experience. If you're waiting for the fear to go away before you take action, you'll be waiting forever. Fear is something everyone feels, from the smallest task to the biggest challenge. The most successful people, the ones who seem to have it all figured out, still feel, but what makes them different is how they choose to respond to it. Fear doesn't disappear just because you have a big goal or a grand vision. It's there in the background, whispering doubts and uncertainties. But the key is to understand that fear doesn't have to control you. You don't need to wait for fear to vanish in order to act. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is the willingness to move forward despite it. It's the decision to push through the fear, to take the next step even when you're unsure. And that, my friends, is what determination is all about. Determination is the fire that burns inside you, the force that drives you to keep going when it feels like the odds are stacked against you. It's not about being fearless. It's about having the courage to face fear and do it anyway. Because here's the reality. Fear can be a good thing. It means you're stretching, you're growing, you're doing something that matters. If you don't feel a little fear, chances are you're not pushing yourself hard enough. So it's when you feel fear that you know you're on the edge of something great. Think about the times you've had to step out of your comfort zone. Maybe it was starting a new project, taking a new job, or making an important decision. You felt fear, but you also felt something else, courage. And it's that courage that kept you going, that pushed you past the discomfort, past the uncertainty, and into action. Every time you move forward in the face of fear, you strengthen your determination. It builds your confidence. It sharpens your focus, and it makes you realize just how much you are capable of. The truth is, fear will always be there, but it's what you choose to do with it that matters. You can let it paralyze you, or you can use it as fuel. You can let it stop you, or you can use it to propel you forward. Determination is the ability to act in the face of fear, to recognize it for what it is, and to move forward anyway. That's how you achieve greatness. That's how you accomplish things that others only dream of. And so remember this, fear doesn't define you, your response to it does. Determination is what keeps you going when fear shows up. And every time you face fear with courage, you build the strength and resilience to keep pushing forward no matter what. So don't wait for the fear to disappear. Take action in spite of it. That's where true success begins. You have the power to choose your response. That is one of the most empowering truths you can ever realize. Life is full of events, circumstances, and challenges that are beyond your control. Things will happen to you. Some will be good, some will be difficult, and some will test you in ways you never imagined. But the one thing that no one can take away from you, the one thing you always have control over, is how you choose to respond to those situations. It's easy to react impulsively, to let your emotions take over when something goes wrong or when life throws you a curveball. But the power lies in choosing your response intentionally. Your circumstances don't determine your happiness, your success, or your progress. Your response to those circumstances does. When you take responsibility for your responses, you take control of your life. No longer do you have to be a victim of your circumstances. You can choose how you respond, and that's where your power lies. Think about it. Life doesn't always go according to plan. You will face setbacks. You will encounter failure. You will meet people who disagree with you or who challenge you. You will experience disappointment. And there will be moments when things don't seem fair. But in those moments, you have a choice. You can choose to react in frustration, anger, or despair. Or you can choose to respond with resilience, with a solution-oriented mindset, and with the belief that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. The greatest individuals in history didn't achieve greatness because they had perfect lives or because everything always went their way. They achieved greatness because when faced with adversity, they chose to rise above it. They didn't allow their circumstances to dictate who they became or what they accomplished. Instead, they took responsibility for their response, and they chose to move forward with purpose, with clarity, and with confidence. When you realize that your response is within your control, you open up a world of possibilities. You stop giving your power away to the people or the situations that upset you. Instead of reacting emotionally or impulsively, you can pause, reflect, and choose the best course of action. That kind of awareness and self-discipline is the key to navigating life's challenges with strength and grace. And over time, you will learn that your ability to operate from a sense of integrity, morals, and conscience allows you to make better decisions with strength and grace. You are not defined by what happens to you, but by how you choose to respond to what happens. The people who are successful, who are resilient, who are at peace with themselves, they understand this truth. They don't waste time blaming others, complaining about circumstances, or dwelling on things outside their control. They focus on what they can control: their actions, their attitudes, and their decisions. Remember, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. And when you take control of your response, you take control of your future. Your power lies in your ability to choose your response, no matter the situation. That's where your freedom, your peace of mind, and your success come from. So the next time something challenging arises, take a moment, take a breath, and choose how you will respond. The power is in your hands.